You're the best player in the world. I was like, we need, which one? I said, you got to guard Draymond better, score the basketball, stop turning over, be aggressive. Anything else you want me to say? So he mad him up, right?
All right, welcome back to the show, everyone. Hope you all are having a good day so far. So this video popped up on my feed, and it's from Club SxADk, believe it or not. And normally I don't really watch Club SxADk, but this one caught my attention. This one's titled "LeBron Mad at Ty Lue for Calling Him Out in Front of the Team." Club SxADk. The reason I want to watch this with you guys is I haven't seen this specific video, but a couple of years ago I saw something. Ty Lue was on a podcast or something like that, and he mentioned this story. And I could tell you about it, but I don't want to ruin it on the intro. We'll talk about it as it happens. But I think you're going to be really surprised at what you're about to hear from Ty Lue here. And it's one of those stories. He's told it before. He's telling it again. LeBron has never disputed it. So and no one has ever come out and disputed it. So in my book, this stuff happened. Anyways, you guys, without further ado, I'm going to link the original, the link to the Club SxADk video down below in the description, like I always do. You also see a list of channel members. Shout out, my friends. Good to see you. And guys, like the video. Let's get right into it, because this is gonna get spicy real fast. Here we go.
Do you remember your first game getting booed? Who y'all first? Do you remember who y'all played first? Played the Bulls.
Bulls, and we played them in Cleveland.
Y'all lost.
And they booed me? Oh, I don't even remember. Did they boo me, man? Yeah, I don't remember. I mean, like I said, I got tough skin, so if I mess up, I mess up. Like, I deserve to get booed. I deserve to get criticized.
Y'all lost 96 to 83.
Okay.
But
I like that mentality.
I mean, do you understand what you did? They fired the coach mid-season. Mm-hmm. You get that team. Not only did you get them to the NBA Finals, you orchestrated the greatest comeback in Finals history, down 3-1 to a guy he was the first guy to be a unanimous MVP, and 2 of the last 3 games were on the road. How do you lie to them? You gotta lie. Sometimes, coach, you tell us all the time. Sometimes guys, I gotta lie to you.
Why you gotta lie, anyways? You just say, "Hey, we don't worry about it, everyone. We got the self-proclaimed GOAT on our team. We'll be fine, right? He'll take care of us."
How do you lie to them and tell them they really got a chance to win this?
You know what's crazy is that I swear to God, I thought that we can win. Like, even when we were down 3-1, I thought that we could win. What?
You had just lost. You had just went down 3-1 at your home court, T. Lue.
But I'm saying we lost the 2 games we lost first, we got blown out.
Yeah.
We win game 3.
Yes.
We should have won game 4. We tricked it off the last 2 minutes of the game.
Right.
Right? So we go down 3-1, and I'm like, we still have opportunity to win this. Like, we still can win. I really believed it. But we had to make some tweaks, and we made some adjustments. And like I said, I give our guys credit for doing that. But what's funny, like, getting to that point, every time we lost a game, I never showed film. And so David Griffin would go back to our video guy, DV. He was like, man, what the hell is he doing? Like, why? He said, listen, just trust him. He know what he's doing. Right. Like, just trust him. Right. Like, if he's doing it, I believe in it. Right. So, like, because after game 1, or even in the finals before, like, if we show film and, like, they was blowing us out. Like, It was like, you don't want mentally, you don't want that, you don't want.
We can't beat these guys.
Exactly. So you don't want the guys seeing that. So we come in, have a fun day, shooting half-court shots, tweak some stuff here and there. And then when we win, that's when we be in long film sessions of all the stuff we're making mistakes on, and like what we got to clean up to be better. And it worked, because you don't want to psych your guys out thinking like, man, like, how can we beat them?
Right.
You know,
I never hear this from coaches. This is actually, it's kind of brilliant psychologically. Yeah, don't harp on the negative when you're already down and you know you sucked, you know. But when you have a good game, here, this is what I can show you to say, you know, we could actually be better tomorrow. That's new to me, but I've always said Ty Lue's a cool coach, man.
So every time we lost, I never showed film. We won, I showed all the stuff we need to get better at. And we just had to make some tweaks defensively, and we made those tweaks. Like I said, I give JR, Shump, and all those guys credit for what we was able to do to change our strategy, because if you play Golden State the way they play, their pace and how fast they play, you don't know until you're in it.
Right.
You can't go to practice and work on
You
stuff.
can't replicate that.
Can't do it. And so I saw that when you switching everything, they're going to pick you apart.
Right.
Like Draymond with his passing, Steph and Clay with their movement, like you just can't switch everything. And so after game 4, I was like, listen, when Steph and Clay come together, splits and all that, we switching it. Anybody else, you stand locked in. So it won't be no confusion. If we make a mistake, we're going to make a mistake on, the other
Everybody
guys. We're going to make a mistake on these guys. And so it worked. Like JR and Shump locked in Steph and Clay. Like if you guard Iguodala, Livingston, you pushing up, you just protecting, and like it changed our whole series. Like it changed it. And then the performance that Bron and Kyrie had in game
6.
No.
Game 5. They both scored 41.
Yeah. And in the game 5, and like going home for game 6, like I thought we warmed down. And then game 7, you got the best player in the world going into game 7. You gotta love your chances.
Right.
So that's kind of what happened.
Was it ever a situation that you had like, because it's hard because you got a LeBron, man, or any great player to like, bro, I need more from you. You got to give me more.
Okay, here we are. I was wondering when we were going to talk about it. All right, you guys, this is what we're here for. That was really cool to hear from Ty Lue, though. Honestly, I love his coaching style, and I personally think LeBron is a jackass. He left Spo for Lue. Lue was great. Spo was great. He left 2 great coaches. So I don't want to hear LeBron never had any great coaches. He did. He just ditched them.
Yeah, halftime of game 7. Yeah, halftime of game 7.
So we're talking game 7.
We come
finals.
in the locker room and like they said, we're gonna show a film. I said, no, ain't no film. Like, so I came and I said, Bron, what you gonna do, man? I said, what you mean? So you gotta do more. Like, you gotta be better. Like, what you want me to do, T. Lue? I'm like, because he had 20 points and might have 7 assists. But he left a lot on the table to me.
Right.
And this is game 7.
He left a lot on the table. So we're at halftime, game 7, do or die. This is when LeBron normally crumbles, and Ty Lue's calling him out, saying, the numbers are numbers. I'm not seeing your actual, I'm not seeing you leave everything out there, Like you're just, in other words, it's like just another game.
You're the best player in the world. I was like,
prove it.
We need, which one? I said, you got to guard Draymond better, score the basketball, stop turning over, be aggressive. Anything else you want me to say? So he mad him up, right? So I go in the office, I slam the door.
Okay,
so,
real quick. Now, can you imagine if Phil Jackson told Jordan this? Jordan would be like, okay, Phil, you got it. Straight up. There would be nothing else to this. He'd be like, holy shit, if Phil's calling me out in front of the team, there's a reason. Okay, Phil, you got it. And he'd go out there and dominate.
So later, after it was over, Damon Jones said, Bron came to him like, man, can you believe T. Lue, man, called me out like that? That's some bull, whatever. D. Jones said, well, I ain't been here all year, but everything I read and you called and told me, you trust him. Why not trust him now? He's like, F you. So
Yep. If you're not going to join him, then he's like, fuck you. But, I'm moving on to the next person to go complain.
James Jones. Can you believe T. Lue? Man, I can't believe it. James Jones said, did he lie?
Did he lie?
So then Bron snatches stuff out of the locker, storm out.
Like, what a big dude. This is game 7 of the NBA Finals at halftime. And LeBron is creating drama because the coach was coaching. He's ripping shit out of his locker room and causing a scene, distracting the entire team to be like to just like kiss his ass, basically. Shouldn't he be like, assembling the troops to win the NBA championship? You got 24 minutes of basketball left, do or die situation, and this is what LeBron's worrying about.
That's all she wrote, Bron snatches stuff out of the locker, storm out. That's all she wrote, I mean, JR, but people don't understand, JR scored the first 7 points.
He did.
In the third quarter.
He did.
And then after that, he was down 7. So JR scored 7 straight. And then after that, man, Bron, what he did after that was all she wrote.
Yeah, and all you LeBron fans give JR a hard time. He messed up once. Outside of that, he was a key factor on that team.
The chase down. And then Kyrie.
Okay, so they're going to get into some other stuff here, but before we get into that, that's what I wanted you guys to hear. So we're at halftime, Game 7, NBA Finals, do or die. You expect the greatest player in the world, or the whatever, self-proclaimed of all time, to not need a pep talk, to just step it up, lead the troops. But he's not doing it. He's just going through the motion and getting stats. Coach calls him out, and instead of responding in a positive leader, in a captain kind of way, LeBron shrinks down and starts complaining to the rest of the team, causing drama, causing confusion, causing a divide within the team. And basically everyone is saying, well, yeah, I'm with Coach on this one. So he actually has to go out there and play hard. See, I think LeBron James, who would actually be coachable more often, could have been he could have been so much better. Like, if he actually would listen to his coaches instead of getting them fired, and if he can't get them fired, then he leaves. He leaves to another team. He would have been so much better for it, because that's the one person on the team who's going to be honest with you. They're not their teammates kissing your ass so you'll pass them the ball more often and they'll get more shots. No, that's the coach. The coach is demanding excellence, and he's demanding that you, the best player on the team, is going to lead the charge.
His 3-point shot. I don't know, because you guys had gone like 3 minutes, T-Lou, and nobody could score.
I know.
It was like somebody put a lid on the basket.
Yeah.
Everybody was bricking, airballing. You could feel that it was tightening.
Yeah.
Everybody felt, I don't care what anybody says, everybody felt it.
Yeah.
Do you feel that if Iguodala had laid that ball up, that was going to be the momentum that they needed to win the game? Or you felt you guys, even if they had broke the score, because you guys scored first?
Yeah, I mean, no, they scored first.
The guy, it was tied.
Yeah, it was tied.
He blocked it.
Yeah,
and then Kyrie
timeout.
And then Kyrie started dancing.
Right, and so we called timeout. And the thing about Braun was exhausted. And so we get to the bench. I mean, he's done. So I'm like, shit. Kai, it's time to dance. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, we want to run pick and roll. You know what I'm saying? Because Clay was a great defender.
Right.
And like I said, Steph.
And then I had never heard this before. So at the very end, when it's do or die, instead of going to the greatest player of all time, you go, nah, I'm going with Kyrie Irving because the greatest is tired. Why the hell is the greatest of all time tired in the NBA Finals? Like, I get it, you're tired. You look at Jordan in the 98 Finals, he's dead tired. But he delivers at the end. He delivers on both ends. Why can't LeBron do it? I don't know. This is funny.
To where he's at now defensive-wise, like, he took a huge step and take pride in guarding, now. And so they had no weak links.
Right.
You didn't want Draymond. You didn't want Iguodala. Mm-mm. You didn't want Clay. So I was like, well, we got to try to get Steph in action.
Right.
So, we run a pick and roll. Kyrie gets a switch. I ain't know going to shoot a three. You know what I'm saying? I ain't know going to shoot a three. And so he gets
that's his shot, though.
Yeah.
That side step three, that's his shot.
So he gets to that right wing. He's dancing, and he shoots it. And, from that point on, I was just blacked out. Once he made that shot, I, blacked out. I remember K-Love, guarded Steph,
sitting in the chair on Steph.
Guarded Steph.
Yeah, that's the other one. Yeah, we give Kyrie plenty of credit. Honestly, he should get more credit for that shot because it's not just a shot; it's how he created that space. It's beautiful basketball, but no one gives Kevin Love credit for locking down on Steph. The final possession, essentially, that was do or die for Golden State. And who's locking him down? Not LeBron. So who took that last shot? Not LeBron. Who shut down? So in other words, LeBron didn't come in clutch on either end. It was the other, the number 2 and number 3 of his big three that came in and delivered.
And I remember it was at the end of the game, we were up 4. Yeah, Braun gets fouled. We up 4. And it was 2 things that we worked on. They ran 2 need 3 plays for shots.
Right.
And so the whole series, before we got to the series, leading up to it, and the series, I was like, listen, we're going to work on these ATOs, but on their need 3 plays, guys are going to be in different positions. So every day we worked on their need 3 plays. I said, it's going to come a time we're going to need it. So Kyrie, man, we doing this again. Because all the games were blowouts.
Right.
There wasn't no close games till game 7.
Right.
And so we never had to use it. And so we worked on it every day. On this play, Kyrie, you guarding this guy. Tristan, you guarding this guy. Bron, you here. On this play, when they do it, now you guarding over here. Like, so we had guys in different spots.
Right.
So when Draymond goes to take the ball out of bounds, you see him, he's like, man, what the? Like, because the matchup was crazy, but
Right.
we knew how we wanted to switch.
Right.
We got a deflection. So the ball goes out of bounds. So they call the second play they run ATO wise for need 3, and guys go to different matchups. And Draymond's like, man, what the? Like, it messed them. So then we win the game. So the next day, I was like, see, that's why we work on it. He said, man, no, you was right. And like, we worked on it for 8 days before the series started.
Right.
And then every day we worked on the need 3, and they talk trash to me. Man, we ain't gonna never use this. This is stupid. And then end of the game, we needed it.
Well, once again, great coach, man. Great coach.
How are you able to earn the players' trust in Cleveland so quickly?
I would say being around the players I coach and play with. I think that's one. I think winning, I think was something. And then I think just having a relationship with Bron. Like, I think having a relationship with Bron really set the tone for everybody else. And I had a relationship with JR, when he first came in the league. He used to come work out with us in Vegas. And so I knew JR. But the other guys I didn't know, like you said. But having Bron's respect and having a friendship with Bron, that really helped me earn the respect of everybody else in the locker room.
You're the first coach in NBA history to win his first 10 postseason game. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't think they're going to be broken.
Somebody almost broke it recently.
They did?
So almost. Yeah,
When you good, they got to start over again.
somebody almost broke it first. Yeah, I can't remember who it was. Was it? Let me see. Was it Missoula? Did they go?
Yeah.
Oh,
you might be right.
yeah, that would make
Yeah, I think
sense.
he broke it. Or got close or tied or something. I don't know. I mean, it was right there. I know that happened.
I read the story that you're want to join Club Shay becoming a.
Okay, well, that's going to do it, guys. Not much to talk about on the outro. I feel like I kind of said what I wanted to say in between everything here, but that's all I wanted to point out. Ty Lue, I feel bad for him. Like, in that scenario, he's got a lot to deal with because he knows, one, he's got to call LeBron out like that. Like, that's got to be tough to do. All joking aside and all laughing aside, that's got to be hard to do. You got to call out the leader of the team in front of everybody. And then when you're doing it, he's giving you an attitude, he's throwing a fit, and he's like, grabbing stuff and throwing it out of his locker and then just like being basically like a child. And you have to hold your composure as a coach. That's tough. That's tough to deal with. And it worked. I could see, like, there are probably many times where a coach tried this with LeBron and it didn't work. And the next thing you know, they were fired. But this time it actually worked. And I think this is also why LeBron severed his ties shortly after this with Ty Lue when it came to being his coach. They might still be buddies or something like that, but I don't think he wants a coach who's going to call him out like that. So he's basically like surrounded himself with just like yes men coaches ever since this is what I've noticed. Because before that he was more open to being coached, but then it turns out he didn't like being coached, so then he would have to go somewhere else. You know what I mean? But since he's been in LA, he's basically just done everything he can to surround himself with a yes man at the coaching position. And that's why basically they just get fired every couple of years, because a yes man as a coach is not going to be a productive coach. It's not going to be a good coach for the team, and that's not a winning system. You know what I mean? The main player can't be the head coach unless your name is Bill Russell, and there's only one of them. Anyways, you guys, that's how it went down. And remember, like, whenever we talk about what went down that year, we got to give Kevin Love his credit. Who was there to lock down Steph? It wasn't Kyrie, and it wasn't LeBron. Okay, so everyone who says LeBron can play 1 through 5 and all this stuff, he's the best defender, why wasn't he out there guarding Steph when everything was on the line? I don't know. mean, I know because Kevin Love is a way better defender, you know. But also Kevin Love is so tall. That was an interesting matchup. You know, you got the shortest guy on the Warriors against, I believe at that point, was the tallest guy on the Cavs. This is an interesting matchup, but Kevin Love stuck with them, locked them down. No disrespect to Steph. It happened the way it happened. That was great defense. And the other person who came in as a hero, Kyrie Irving, saved the day with one of the most beautifully executed ISO step back threes. I mean, probably the best one I've ever seen. And considering how much pressure, what was on the line, I think it is probably the best I've ever seen. Anyways, that's the story, y'all. Ty Lue calls out LeBron, and LeBron throws a fit. It is what it is. So anybody who was ever wondering, like, if he is coachable or not, I mean, not so much. Not so much. That's like something somebody in high school would do, you know, throw a fit in front of the team like that. And if it was anybody but LeBron, they would have been, like, on the bench. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to throw a fit like that, you ain't playing, you know? You're an embarrassment. Anyways, I am out of here, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video if you liked it. Subscribe to the channel if you want more content like this. And most importantly is to be water, my friends.